Hi Sagittarius, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new here. If I'm a little bit low or speaking a little bit low, it's because there are people in my house sleeping and I don't want to wake them up. So this is going to be your love and spirituality reading for the month of October, and this is for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. So let's see what the cards say, and I am going to also film an extended that I will link in the description box down below. So when I was shuffling for you earlier, I started getting a very bad pain in the middle of my forehead. So it's kind of like, it feels like brain fog almost, but like a really bad headache from frustration also. So some of you could be feeling very blocked and frustrated. Might be actually blocked, like physically blocked from communicating with someone, so they could have you blocked or you could have them blocked. But I definitely do feel a blockage, and I feel a bit of tension and frustration. So let's see what's going on within the cards. I was also getting, when I was shuffling for you earlier, accountability, meaning that you could have possibly been in a connection where someone did not want to acknowledge their faults, did not want to see themselves, or did not want to see the ways in which they were kind of destroying the connection. So that could have been you, or that could have been the other person. But let's pull for the past position. The Hanged Man. The Page of Swords, okay. And the Knight of Swords. So this is past energy. So the Hanged Man talks about being stuck in a specific situation or being stuck in a cycle in your life. And the reason that you're stuck in that cycle is because you are meant to learn something from that cycle. And when you haven't learned, then you will just keep repeating the same patterns over and over until you learn. So I feel like for a lot of you in the past, this is what you have been going through, and that's why I was sensing your frustration. A lot of you are going through things repetitively and kind of beating yourself up for it, because you know, it's like you know better, but then you keep on doing the same things over and over. And when that happens, it's honestly because our subconscious minds are running the show. We have two parts of our mind. We have the conscious mind, then we have the subconscious. Your conscious mind only controls about 10, I think the research says 10% of your actions, and your subconscious mind controls about 90%. So it's the things that are going on subconsciously within us that have been programmed in us for a long time that are actually driving our decisions. So if you're going through something over and over again, it's because most likely that's a subconscious programming. And until you make the conscious decision to change it, you'll keep on going into the same type of patterns over and over. I am getting that some of you, this is an oddly specific message, but I guess it's for a small group of you, you're actually partying too much, is what I'm seeing, going out a bit too much, and that's what's actually keeping you stuck. That's a very oddly specific message, because I'm getting that some of you are going out to parties a lot, and because you're going out to parties, you're mixing and mingling with other people's energy, and I don't think you're realizing that you're actually bringing energy, bringing negative energy back home with you. So be careful of who you decide to be around. I know that I tweeted, be careful of who you hug when you are heartbroken, because that's when you're very vulnerable and people can easily impose their energy on you. So like, you're very open to energy when you're heartbroken. So I feel like this could be the case. Like, either you're partying too much or you're hanging around the wrong people to try to help you pull yourself out of this slump, and you could be absorbing a lot of negative energy because of that. So be very careful. And that's an oddly specific message, like I said, but I feel like that's for some of you. But if it's not for the rest of you, or for the rest of you that doesn't resonate with, just take the message of be very careful when you are in any type of pain or when you're vulnerable, because you're more likely to absorb other people's energy. So the Page of Swords is also here. I feel like that's talking about communication, but I feel like it's very immature communication. So it's communication where you might contact them, and you might contact someone and you know you want to express something to them, but you don't. You kind of like beat around the bush, and it's like if you are separated from someone and then you finally get in touch with them, and instead of telling them like, oh, hey, I missed you, or can we work this out, you kind of make small talk. I feel like this is the energy of people trying to get the upper hand by withholding communication. So keeping the communication very short, not really saying how you feel, because that's a form of control, or that's a form of not being too vulnerable. So that could be on your end or the person that you are dealing with. The Knight of Swords is also here. So the Knight of Swords talks about actually going for it, meaning actually taking the risk towards communicating exactly the way that you are feeling. So it's kind of conflicting energy here with the Page and the Knight of Swords. I feel like that's because it's representing two different people. I feel like one person in the connection could be someone who is more straight to the point and who is more straightforward with their communication, and the other one is one, like I said, who tries to kind of get the upper hand by not communicating as much and withholding their communication. So I do feel like there could be some type of power struggle or power play that is happening here in this dynamic. So that's all I'm getting for that. But let me pull more for the present. Ten of Swords in the present. Queen of Pentacles. The Moon card. So it is interesting that the Queen of Pentacles came up, because when I was shuffling on your energy earlier, the King of Pentacles came up. So that's definitely two people or counterparts coming up in this reading. And if it's not like two people, it could be multiple people, it could be friends, it could be co-workers. This could also apply to career. So just take the messages as they resonate and apply it, and intuitively you'll know where the messages fit and where they don't. So the Ten of Swords talks about betrayal or feeling like you've been stabbed in the back. But if not, it could also talk about just a painful ending, whether or not you are the person who betrayed someone or they betrayed you, or there was no betrayal at all, but things just could not seem to work out between you two. That is still a painful energy, no matter what the scenario is. But I feel like with the Ten of Swords coming up underneath the Hangman, that talks about there being a very specific purpose to the Ten of Swords energy. So it's like there's a method to the madness almost. You might be thinking that you're going through a lot of pain for no reason, or you're feeling like you're stuck, but I feel like this pain is transforming you somehow. I feel like a lot of you have been hurt very badly in the past, is what I'm hearing. It's like very badly in the past, to the point where you suppressed a lot, you suppressed a lot, and you did not allow yourself to grieve, or you didn't allow yourself to feel that pain. So this could be a culmination of not only this pain, but also past pain, and that's why you're stuck in it. So if you're thinking, oh, like, why is this hurt so bad? It shouldn't be going on this long. I feel like because it's a culmination of a lot of pain. It's not just from this past situation. So I feel like that's a good thing, because it could be being cleared from you. And the Ten of Swords is the card of completion, because tens mean a cycle coming to an end. So the Ten of Swords is definitely, show you the cards. The Ten of Swords is something that's definitely positive, in my opinion, because that means that you're about to go from a 10 to a 1. And the 1 in tarot is fresh new starts and beginnings, but you have to get to that 10 first. You have to get to that completion first. So I feel like this is a positive thing. So if you're feeling stuck or blocked, no worries, because I feel like all this is happening for a specific purpose, and that's to clear all this pain out of you. So the Queen of Pentacles is also here. So I feel like what this is saying is that there is a need for you to withdraw your energy and be careful of who you're giving it to. The Page of Swords is right underneath it. So this could actually be the other person, because there's two people I'm picking up on. So this could be the other person who takes on this Queen of Pentacles energy of not being very nurturing to other people, kind of being stingy with their energy or reserving it for themselves. And that's why their communication is so superficial, or their communication is very like short and curt, because they are trying to preserve their energy. And that could be a good thing or a bad thing depending on why they're doing it. If they're doing it because the dynamic genuinely is toxic, then it's a good thing, because that's practicing self-love. But if they're doing it to get the upper hand, then obviously that is very manipulative, and you just really don't want to deal with a person like that, because that's just, it's like a continued power struggle with people like that. But this could also be your energy, and this could also be advising you to be careful of who you're putting your energy and effort into in the present moment. So if there is someone, like I said, who is stingy with their energy, be stingy with yours as well. And that's not to get the upper hand over them, and that's not to be spiteful, but it's to protect yourself and protect your energy. You can't keep overextending yourself to someone over and over if they are not reciprocating. So the Moon card is also here. So the Moon card talks about illusions. It could talk about secrets as well, things that are hidden, things that we can't see. And I feel like because it's coming up underneath this Knight of Swords person, this could be your energy or the other person. I feel like what that's saying, hold on, let me wait for the message to come through. I feel the energy of someone talking but not saying much. is what I'm getting. This could be you, or this could be the other person. Like I said, it's someone who, it's like when they communicate very sharply with their words, but it's like they're still not getting to the bottom of it. So whether or not they're communicating or not, this could also be someone who is like a fast talker. So if you suspect them of having secrets, or you accuse them of something, of keeping you in the dark, it's like they will basically know how to talk their way around it. It's like a fast talker who can like manipulate the conversation. But I'm also getting the energy of, if someone kept a secret from you and you're constantly confronting them about it and they're still not telling you about it, it may be time to let that go, because the Knight of Swords and the Moon card together, it's not a very good combination, because like I said, it's usually about secrets, and if it's paired up with communication, that could be someone trying to find out a secret, or trying to press somebody for, you know, the answers. Even if it's not a secret, it could be trying to press somebody to figure out what they feel about you. So if someone is not revealing their feelings to you, they're keeping it under wraps, but you kind of feel it, like you just know that they have feelings for you. I'm just seeing that it's not really your place to continue to press them, because even if they do have feelings, if they're keeping it a secret and they're keeping it under wraps and they're not wanting to show you, then just let it go, because what's the good of anybody having feelings for you if they're not going to act on those feelings or express those feelings? So the Temperance card is also here, along with the Star card. So I feel like there's some spiritual healing that needs to take place. Hold on, I'm trying to show you the cards. I feel like there is some spiritual healing that needs to take place here with this, with Temperance and the Star card. There's a lot of balance that needs to be reinstated. I feel like your equilibrium is off, because you've been doing things that have been keeping you imbalanced and keeping you out of alignment. So I feel like there's a need for you to get balanced, and that's why that Queen of Pentacles is coming up in the middle, because the Queen of Pentacles in the upright is someone who knows how to give and receive, so that they are always equal and balanced. They're never overextending themselves, or they're never taking too much. They're giving and receiving, and they know how to keep, like I said, that balance within when it comes to their energy. And the Queen of Pentacles is also usually someone who can be very abundant when it comes to the material world as well, meaning that they are very abundant when it comes to money, or, you know, their career, and that's because they know how to work with energy, and they know how to control their energy so that they don't overextend themselves to certain situations. So I feel like I need to read that Queen of Pentacles in reverse, because it is the center card. Hold on, let me grab the book. I'm also hearing that some of you are needing to work smarter and stop working harder. Like, work smarter, not harder, is what I'm hearing. Because some of you, I saw the Ten of Wands earlier pop up, and the Ten of Wands talks about, kind of like, it can talk about backbreaking labor, like really going the extra mile for something, and sometimes that is necessary. But I feel like with the Queen of Pentacles being in reverse, I feel like you may be working too hard on something, and there's a need for you to step back and look at how you can work on it smarter instead of working on it harder. So that can be relationships, that can be career, it could be anything really. So let's see what Queen of Pentacles says in the reverse. It's like we only have but so much energy to spend throughout the day, so you have to be very careful about what you're spending it on. So the Queen of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles, I'm trying to find it in the book. Okay, here we go. Queen of Pentacles. It says, keywords: relief, replenishment, joy, hindsight, and reflection. So I'm going to read the upright version, but then I'm going to read the reverse as well. So the upright meaning says, after a long journey in the desert, this queen has arrived at an oasis. Her power returns, and there is much celebration. She can finally attend to the needs of her body, mind, and spirit. Here we can rest. There has been a lot of difficulty behind us, and now we can tend to our own wounds, basking in the sweetness of relief. We can look back upon our long journey and gain a more objective outlook on what we have just endured. Perspective is key. So this being in the reverse, and I just read the upright, that means that that's the energy you need to take on, of kind of shifting your perspective about a situation. And it's like your mind just needs rest, especially when the Ten of Swords is here and the Ten of Wands came up as well. It's like your body just really needs to be replenished and really needs to rest. So it's time for you to really withdraw your energy and be very careful what you're giving your energy to. So the reversal says, there may be some miles between you and the oasis. The last stretch always feels the most difficult because of the strain on the mind. This does not reflect your actual ability to reach your goal. Keep going, take breaks, and you will reach relief in time. Repeat the mantra, the journey is not as important as the destination. no, I'm sorry. Repeat the mantra. I was looking at that like, wait a minute. It's it says repeat the mantra, the journey is just as important as the destination. Okay, I was like, hold on, that sounds off. Yeah. So the journey is just as important as the destination. So I feel like I said, there is a lot of rest and recovery that is needed. Some of you need to possibly dive into meditation or just self-soothing practices in general, really quieting your energy and quieting your mind, and just being very stingy, being very selfish with your energy in a positive way, out of self-love, not out of spite or out of resentment. So let's pull. And I like the fact that the mantra is that the journey is just as important as the destination, because the hangman came up first in the reading, and the hangman is about being stuck or being stagnant. So that just lets you know that even when you're stuck or stagnant, that could also be an important part of your journey, because if you move on too quickly, you miss important lessons, you miss important messages that you're meant to learn through the situation. So let's pull 3 for the future that we will look at in the extended. The Knight of Pentacles, 3 of Wands, Full card. Move this down. So the Knight of Pentacles basically talks about not offering anything to anyone, is what I'm hearing. The Knight of Pentacles, when it's in the upright, it's someone who wants to invest in someone else or invest in something long term, so they're willing to take that slow, steady journey towards investing into what they want. And I feel like in the near future, this could mean that you're being advised not to do that, but we'll clarify it in the extended. Then the 3 of Wands is here as well in the reverse. So again, that still talks about a standstill or not moving forward in your journey. So we will see what that's about in the extended. And then the Fool card is also here. That's positive. That usually talks about new beginnings, fresh new starts, and looking at life with a clean slate. So like I said, we will look at all of those in the extended. I think that is it. So yeah, thank you for watching, Sagittarius, and I will leave the link to the extended down below, and I will see you guys over on Vimeo. Bye.